Okay, another example. Ever heard of adolescence? No, I didn't choose the word at random. That magical collection of acne, hormones, and early dalliances with alcohol that everybody calls the best years of their lives, just to underline the gloomy desolation that follows. Well, everybody I know of seems to understand what it is. I live with it. My mother battles it. My father ignores it. But him? No, not him. He went straight from infant school to the geriatric ward in a single chronological leap. I mean, let's be serious. Has anyone ever heard of a teenager on holiday who goes to bed at 10 and gets up every morning at 6? No. And that's what I need to make everyone understand. It's genetically impossible. The explanation? There's only one, and it's glaringly obvious. The diabolical creature who sleeps in the room next to mine inflicts 2 months of sleep deprivation upon himself just to show everyone that I'm hardly able to crawl out of bed before tea time. And you know what the worst thing is? That I'm the only one who sees it. Yes, me. It's like a Greek tragedy. They're all blind. Can that really be possible? Yes, it can. However much I go on about it, they just don't see the evil schemer that lurks behind those pleasant smiles. On top of that, he never makes a mistake. Nobody ever catches him out. But I'm not falling for it. No way. I know him too well. No, absolutely not. I am not going to end up joining the Thomas Clarke fan club. Yes, you heard me right. He actually has a fan club. How many of them are there? 20, 30? They move in packs, swooning at the very sight of him. Jenny has turned into one of them. And to think, I thought she was clever. She's gone now, we've lost her. She spends all her time drooling over him and covering whole pages and pages of her diary with stuff like, Jenny for Thomas Clarke, Thomas, I love you, Jenny and Thomas forever. Practically her only aspiration is to marry Thomas and spend the rest of her days with him. Well, I'm going to dedicate a couple of lines to the question myself. I hereby declare that I will never marry Thomas Clarke, not even if he were the last man left on the planet. Not even to preserve the human species from extinction. I will never marry Thomas Clarke. There, I've written it. Phew. I've got to go now. They're calling me down to dinner. His Nibs isn't here tonight, thank God. For once I can enjoy the potatoes without having to worry about where I put my elbows. 10 years later, in a charming chapel in the verdant county of Kent, with a wave of his chubby hand, Father Declan declaims solemnly, Do you, Sandy Price, take as your lawfully wedded husband present here, Thomas Clarke, to love, honour and obey, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, till death do you part? Silence falls among those present, and an inopportune cough echoes from the back rows. All eyes are on her, and it feels as though her answer is anything but certain. But perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. We better go back a few months to the 13th of May, 2012, shortly after the death of Sir Roger Aaron Clarke, who has passed away at the ripe old age of 87. Chapter 1. Backer and Hill Notary's Office, 12:30 a.m. If we'd all like to sit down, suggests Cameron Hill, pointing to the desk. Everything feels preordained, each gesture part of a script that has already been written. We are in his office, his little kingdom, a room furnished in an old-fashioned way on the second floor of an elegant building in the city, the heart of London's bustling economy, the Square Mile, the oldest and yet most modern part of town. A few steps from the Gherkin overlooking Waterloo Bridge, this precious property is the fruit of all his sacrifices. He started off when he was still a kid, doing paperwork for good old bones at £3 an hour, and today, almost 20 years later, his company can boast the most illustrious clientele in the country. Please, Thomas, after you, mutters one of those present in the direction of the youngest. A profound sense of exhaustion is audible in his voice. If for Mr. Hill this meeting is the culmination of a brilliant career, for the rest of them it is simply the epilogue of